Welcome to Motivation Wisdom, where we share the insights of great achievers with authentic and high-quality content that offers positive improvement to everyone. Join us on our journey of discovery as we explore timeless wisdom to help us all live better, more meaningful lives. If you are new to our channel or haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to like, subscribe, and enable post notifications so you never miss an upload. You must be ready to burn yourself in your own flame. How could you rise anew if you have not first become ashes? The lonely one offers his hand too quickly to whomever he encounters. The surest way to corrupt a youth is to instruct him to hold in higher esteem those who think alike than those who think differently. Perhaps I know best why it is man alone who laughs. He alone suffers so deeply that he had to invent laughter. The unselective knowledge drive resembles the indiscriminate sexual drive, signs of vulgarity. Whoever is not capable of either love or friendship most certainly makes his bet on marriage. The snake which cannot cast its skin has to die. As well, the minds which are prevented from changing their opinions, they cease to be mind. The strength of a person's spirit would then be measured by how much truth he could tolerate, or more precisely, to what extent he needs to have it diluted, disguised, sweetened, muted, falsified. To live is to suffer. To survive is to find some meaning in the suffering. You have your way. I have my way. As for the right way, the correct way, and the only way, it does not exist. He who cannot obey himself will be commanded. That is the nature of living creatures. What was silent in the Father speaks in the Son, and often I found in the Son the unveiled secret of the Father. In the mountains, the shortest way is from peak to peak, but for that route, thou must have long legs. Proverbs should be peaks, and those spoken to should be big and tall. The most spiritual people experience by far the most painful tragedies. But this is precisely why they honor life, because it provides them with their greatest adversities. We stop too often at knowing the good without doing it, because we also know the better but cannot do it. Sensuality often forces the growth of love too much, so that its roots remain weak and are easily torn up. Many are stubborn in pursuit of the path they have chosen, few in pursuit of the goal. Without music, life would be an error. He who cannot put his thoughts on ice should not enter into the heat of dispute. He who obeys does not listen to himself. The higher man is distinguished from the lower by his fearlessness and his readiness to challenge misfortune. A woman brightens up facial flaws with cosmetics, figure flaws with clothes, and mental flaws with marriage to a smart man. Virtue is the health of the soul. A thought, even a possibility, can shatter and transform us. Those who inflate themselves are cursed when pricked by a small pin to burst. Ultimately, it is the desire, not the desired, that we love. To feel good in a marriage means to feel good with your spouse's shortcomings. The true man wants two things: danger and play. For that reason, he wants women as the most dangerous plaything. That which does not kill us makes us stronger. Sometimes people don't want to hear the truth because they don't want their illusions destroyed. He who has a why to live for can bear almost anyhow. It is nobler to declare oneself wrong than to insist on being right, especially when one is right. One must pay dearly for immortality. One has to die several times while still alive. The lack of young men is that they think they are more happy or unhappy than they really are. The fewer friends a person has, the more he has the time to be alone with himself, and the happier they feel. I noticed that autumn is more the season of the soul than of nature. The secret of reaping the greatest fruitfulness and the greatest enjoyment from life is to live dangerously. To become what one is, one must not have the faintest notion what one is. To some people, you may give not your hand, but only a slap with the paw, and I would at your paw might also have claws. He who fights monsters might take care, lest he thereby become a monster. I'm not upset that you lied to me. I'm upset that from now on, I can't believe you. I was in darkness, but I took 3 steps and found myself in paradise. The first step was a good thought, the second, a good word, and the third, a good deed. Is life not 1,000 times too short for us to bore ourselves? Hope in reality is the worst of all evils because it prolongs the torments of man. I cannot believe in a God who wants to be praised all the time. To speak about oneself not at all is a very refined form of hypocrisy. Under peaceful conditions, the militant man attacks himself. It's risky to get married after 40 because the risk of making such a decision under the influence of loneliness is very high. Is not wounded vanity the mother of all tragedies? I know of no better life purpose than to perish in attempting the great and the impossible. And when you gaze long enough into the abyss will gaze back into you. Be very careful if you are praised. It means that you can only be sure that you are not on your true path yet, but on someone else's. The only thing that makes a marriage unhappy is not a lack of love. It's the lack of friendship. The advantage of a bad memory is that one enjoys several times the same good things for the first time. When we have to change our mind about a person, we hold the inconvenience he causes us very much against him. What is great in humans is that it is a bridge and not a goal. What can be loved in humans is that it is a going over and going under. He that feeds the hungry refreshes his own soul, says wisdom. No one can construct for you the bridge upon which precisely you must cross the stream of life. No one but yourself alone. Thank you for joining us on this journey of discovery and personal growth. If you enjoyed our motivational quotes, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a video. But we want to hear from you too. Which was your favorite quote and tell us why? Let us know in the comments below. Also, who else would you like us to feature on our channel? Is there a particular quote that inspires you or motivates you that you'd like us to highlight? Keep pushing yourself to be your best self, and remember, anything is possible with the right mindset and inspiration. Thanks for tuning in. See you in the next video.